What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. As always, we are brought to you by Stroker Industries. StrokerIndustries.com is where you can get the trigger for your gas can. That way you don't spill on your graphics or on the ground and ruin the environment. Also, we're brought to you by Canvas MX. Brand yourself. That's right. You can put your face, my face, whatever you want on your very own custom printed jersey. That's right. Not like pressed on top of it, like printed in the jersey so you look super factory. And last but not least, boyison.com. If you got a two-stroke you want to make faster, they're pretty fast, usually. But if you want to make it faster, Boyson has the products. They also have products for your carbureted four-stroke and just any four-stroke, water jet, water covers, six side cases, not cases, six side covers, your like little water jacket, expanded water jacket, more flow. I don't know, man. Science. So check them out, boyson.com. Science and shit, man. I hope you enjoy my conversation with Tyler Bereman about FMX Fight Club, a video that he has coming out, and a stunt he's planning on doing with a RedBull. Hope you enjoy. All right, we are back this time. One of them's being funky, one of the outputs, but it's fine. Number 111, Tyler Bereman. We were just talking about Moto Fight Club. You actually came out with the win on that one. Very unique event. How did you how'd you enjoy doing that?
It was awesome, man. It was like the times we're living in right now, 2020. It's crazy. So we don't have any contests. Anything's been either canceled or put on hold. So anything that gets put on hold kind of keeps getting pushed back. And just to have this platform to be able to do what we do, basically on the XGames platform, is the only time we get to showcase the quarter pipe and step up and stuff like that. So it was rad. There are three disciplines: best whip, step up, and quarter pipe for one overall winner. So I think everyone kind of suits one strong point. I think there's in whip, I think it was, Tom P and Jared and myself and all the guys, like everyone was really gnarly at whip. So we were all really competitive in that. And then we were all gunning for Jared's heels on step up because he's the 4-time X Games champ. So we were coming for him in that. And I can't believe I ended up clearing the bar at 36 feet. It was kind of mind blowing to me. Like I was sitting at the bottom and told myself there's no way in hell that I'm going to clear this bar. And just because the two prior ones, I kind of hit the bar on one of my attempts and it was my first go at it. And I rolled into the chute and the guy, the promoter guy was like, hey, no one's cleared it at this height. I don't know. Like, if you don't want to do it, we can lower the height and then keep moving on. And at that point, that was pretty much all the motivation I needed. If someone would tell me like, yeah, maybe you can't do it, that it's like, well, I won't know unless I try. So ended up coming off the line, not spinning, not cross-running, and got the best drive I did all day and ended up clearing the bar at 36 feet on my first try and walked away with the win on that one, which I was pretty surprised. I exceeded my expectations quite a bit getting through that. I had a crazy crash on it in that morning of the competition and ended up hitting the right upright pole and ended up eating shit pretty hard and scared me. So my confidence level was a little lower going into that one, but ended up walking away with the win and whip and step up. And then going into quarter pipe, you obviously got to think like Colby Raha was the strongest contender in that. And I was pretty much going to be going to battle with him on that. And he ended up walking away with the win. So I went 1-1-2 through the three disciplines for the overall Fight Club belt. So overall, I was really stoked on the whole vibe and being able to be out there with our friends and do what we do. But also, we're all competitors at the end of the day. We put those helmets on and we don't want to get beat by each other. So you never want your homie to outdo you. So it was a fun, friendly rivalry. But yeah, man, I was really stoked on how it ended up coming out. And it seems like it was perceived pretty well. So hopefully we can keep the ball rolling and do some more of these and take it to new locations and new courses and keep it going.
With something like this, you guys can really get crazy and make all kinds of events, whether it be an all dirt free ride or I guess as long as you guys have enough cell service to broadcast, it's on.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's definitely, if you're doing these live webcasts, that's the trickiest thing. You got to have a production company with the proper satellites and equipment and stuff to be able to broadcast this to the world. So, I mean, to me, this opportunity and this platform, you can kind of take it and you can run in any genre or any discipline of motorcycles. They've done the Moto Fight Club, they've done the Flat Track Fight Club, and now they've moved into the FMX one. So just taking a free ride approach to it potentially, or just moving at different locations and having different setups. I think it's really cool. And some of the head-to-head brackets were pretty fun, and just being able to kind of take that and try to just make it better. I mean, this is trial and error for us. This is a platform that we're testing and we're using, and we're stoked on it so far. But this is another platform for us to be able to showcase these deals that we do in these contests, and just let the people see us go to battle, and kind of see, like, it seems like those are the three moto disciplines that are more popular at X Games, just because I think it's a little more simple, and people can kind of wrap their heads around
Right.
a whip or a quarter pipe or jumping the bar. You're jumping a bar. If you don't clear the bar, you're out and step up. I
Yeah,
mean, it makes total
exactly.
sense. So I think those are the higher viewed disciplines at X Games, and to be able to bring that and kind of give the people what they want to see. So overall, I think it was good. There's obviously, from every first time doing something, there's pluses and minuses you can take, and the positives and the negatives. And there was a lot of positives, and there's a few things that we can do better for the next time. But it's all trial and error, and just stoked on Fight TV and the platform and the promoters for bringing us this opportunity, and being able to go do battle with our friends, and like, especially with 2020 and times like these, man, there's not a lot going on. So to be able to do that and showcase our skills and go to battle was pretty all time.
I heard originally there was supposed to be mini bikes in the mix on this deal.
There actually still was, at the end of all the comps. We had a pit bike race, but I think all of us riders, we were so focused on the three events that we didn't ride our pit bikes the whole week, and we basically just all did our first lap on the pit bike track, on basically the Supercross track there. We did our first lap on the first lap of the race. So it was all six of us that competed, plus Twitch and Ryan Villapoto hopped in. So that was pretty fun. And it was funny because it was a 4-lap race, and only the 4 dudes out of the 8 advanced to the next round. We got done with the 4 laps, and just with having those 3 hours or 2.5 hours of broadcast and 3 disciplines back to back to back, with only about 5-10 minutes in between, we were pretty smoked. So when we came back, and after that 4 laps, they're like, all right, 4, move on. We got 4 more laps on the next round, and all of us looked at each other, like, breathing hard, leaning over the front of the bike, like, like, I don't know if I could do 4 more laps. And I look over at Jared, and Jared had won the first round, and he's over there leaned over, like, puking, and like, because it was hot. It was the hottest day of the week, and we were all pretty beat. And then when I turned around, and you obviously know Cole Seeley, like, got into the mix, and it was really cool to see the racer influence come in and challenge himself and challenge his skills, and he kind of just threw himself in the mix. But when we finished that pit bike race, and I look back at the racer guy, and he's looking at me like out of breath, and he doesn't want to go again, then it's like, all right, well, if the racer guy's out of breath, then the pre-ride guys are out of breath. So
for sure.
At that point is we ended up calling it after the first round, and those were how the results stood. So I think I got 3rd in that one, and my highlight of that was first turn, coming inside and putting both racer guys, RV and Cole, I kind of gave him a little elbow and pushed him wide off the track. So I'll stick with that. That was it was fun, man. It was good times, and just really, really positive feedback from it so far, and just really stoked on the future, and just seeing kind of what we can put into place and keep this going.
Awesome. Do you have anything else coming up, like filming or anything like that, or?
Yeah, so actually about 6 to 8 weeks ago, I it's actually finished the filming about a month ago, but about 2.5 months ago, I started working on a project, and I was building and down at my friend's ranch at Chocolate Mountain Ranch down in Southern California, and was lucky enough to be able to use family friends' property and stuff like that, and basically build a line. So I have a film through RedBull Media House that's actually coming out in about 2 weeks. Comes out on the 18th, I believe it's set to drop. So be on the lookout for that. I'm really pumped on how it turned out. I've done a lot of projects and done quite a bit of film opportunities and stuff like that, and this was one of the better ones that I leave myself. I leave with the feeling of being stoked on the production in the video, and it left me with a good feeling on wanting to go ride my dirt bike. So I'm hoping that everyone agrees and it gets stoked on this project that I did, because I busted my ass for it, and from what I've seen so far, it's really cool. So be on the lookout for that. And then here in a few months, I got another site check on another project that I've been slowly in the works on over the last 2 years. So it's finally came to fruition, and we're able to start, hopefully get the wheels in motion on that. So I think it's going to be a game changer, kind of for opportunity wise for us free riders, and kind of trying to bring a different feel to free riding, and basically just kind of show what we do and why we do it and why we love to ride motorcycles. So can't really spill the beans on it too much. It's pretty much all I can tell you guys, but just be on the lookout for that. And it's a project that I've been thinking of and thinking about for years and years, and I'm finally, of course, like being on RedBull and having the platform of that they do, and the help that they do. Like, it's awesome to kind of get these wildest dreams you have and out of your imagination, and try to make them a reality. So that's it's kind of what I'm working on now, and other than that, just gonna keep riding my dirt bike and having fun, man. That's what it's all about. And just very, very thankful to be in the position I am to do that, especially with the times that we're living in. So it's something I'll never take for granted. So just going to keep going.
Is your RedBull stunt going to be performed at New Year's Eve? Can you tell us that?
It will not be.
Oh.
It'll be before that. But let's
right.
just say
that's all I wanted.
I'm gonna bring the best of the best, and all my friends are gonna come out with me, and we're gonna do some pretty groundbreaking stuff on an expression session of this thing that I got going. So it should be interesting, and just can't wait for everyone to see it, and can't wait to get working on it, because it's been in the back of my brain for about 3 years now, and it's finally coming to fruition. So.
And I like what you said about the video project you have coming out, that it made you want to ride, and you think it'll make other people want to ride, and that's what I think is missing in videos sometimes.
Definitely. I get really inspired off other action sports, watching skate videos and surf videos, and especially mountain bike videos. Those mountain bike guys are some of the best in the biz at what they do and creating content. So I get it hyped off that stuff, and then that's what we do. We want to create something that'll leave a standing impression on people and make people want to go ride their dirt bikes. So from what I've seen so far, it's really cool. It's something that it hasn't really been done to that extent. So stay tuned. Can't wait to show you guys.
Awesome. Well, I won't make you sit on the side of the road too much longer. But where can people, they can still buy Moto or FMX Fight Club, correct?
Yep. So here's the deal, peeps. We busted our ass out there. We sent it for you guys, and this is a platform that we're trying to also to do what we do and be able to continue doing what we do. So the platform, it's still available for purchase. If you guys didn't get to see it live, it's still going to be available for purchase on the Fight TV app. You can go to any one of the riders' bios between Jared McNeil, Cole Seeley, Colby Raha, Tom Parsons, or Derek Beckering, or myself. Any of our social platforms, you can go to the links in the bio. You can buy the webcast, and once coolest part about this, once you have the webcast, it's yours with the lifetime purchase. So you can watch it as many times as you want. You can, if you didn't catch it live, you can rewatch it. And if just trying to spread the word and make that known, because this is something that we want to keep going. Man, we just want to do what we do and have a platform to showcase what we do. So check out the links in our bios. Go watch it if you haven't already. We really appreciate you guys' support for the ones that did tune in. And we're looking forward to hopefully seeing some more viewers on that. And the more people we have view it, the more likely of a chance we can keep doing it. So
Exactly.
get out there. If you have the opportunity, go to the local liquor store, get 5 friends, go buy a case of beer, sit down on the couch and enjoy, because it was a hell of a show.
There you go. People support this stuff. If you guys like FMX, and especially right now, it's kind of a rough time for any kind of performance based, sport like that, where you kind of need a crowd. So they found a new way to make it happen. And with this, the sky is the limit, because like we said, as long as you got enough service to broadcast, you can do it wherever. So
with some creativity and
which is what the sport
too,
needs.
I mean, it can go a long way.
Which is what the sport needs right now, right? Like
absolutely.
It sucks that everything got brought down to a ramp and a landing, and there's not big courses anymore. I'm sure somebody like you would love some big gnarly courses.
Definitely.
So
we may or may not be working on it.
Well, there you go. I can see the guys that are like, yo, if you had really big courses, it would be a different scenario than if it was just a ramp deal.
Definitely. So,
all right, dude. Thank you very much.
We want that
Go ahead.
Sounds good. Yeah. Like I said, we just want that creativity, and we want to bring a little influence from every different genre or action sport, So we want a little bit of everything, and we want something that each person's gonna want to see and want to hit, and features that haven't really been built or hit for motos. So to be able to do that and just have an expression session of some of the best dudes in the business, and being able to we all are at a level that I think we're all at a pretty high level, that it's going to be interesting to see every guy's kind of take on each feature, and kind of see just how they express themselves through their bike. So I think that's the coolest part. And
you're probably, it's hard to see it for other people, but whatever you're onto, like you guys are all like the freestyle, the free riders. So if you have some kind of new obstacle or something, it may very well become the next thing, like quarter pipe,
For sure.
Or like step up, So it's cool.
Definitely.
When you're at the start. There hasn't been, I guess, quarter pipe. That's been around for a while. It did just kind of morph into what it is now, but there hasn't been anything like brand new since probably quarter pipe,
Yeah, and I think that's quarter pipe's another one of those ones like step up, where if you don't clear the bar, you're out. It's pretty simple. You can kind of see who's going the highest, and it's basically your highest point wins. So it's really, really, like, when you see it in person, it's pretty breathtaking when you see like how high we go off of that thing. And there's guys that pioneered it back in the day, between like Metzger and Renner and a lot of these guys that did it through the years. But I think back then it was just so new and so gnarly that a lot of people didn't want to step up to it. So once they got it into XGames, and then they built the Nitro Circus ramp and stuff like that, I mean, there's a few more people willing to step up to it, and now you see it in contests. And I still think, even though it's in contests, it's one of those things that's so gnarly that a lot of guys, a lot of free ride or freestyle guys, a lot of racers, a lot of guys look at the thing and they want absolutely nothing to do with it. So it's one of those things, dude. I think it's gonna grow as the progression grows with it. I think that it's gonna, it's just gonna take people's confidence levels to jump into it. And I think a lot of people that have skills on a bike can do really well on it. It's just that commitment level of doing it. So really cool for X Games and Nitro to give us those opportunities. And it's, I can tell you right now, when I was a kid and I wanted to be in X Games, there's no way I thought I'd be jumping as high as I could off of an 18-foot ramp. So pretty gnarly, and it's one of those feelings that it's just, you can't explain it until you do it. So I highly recommend it, but if you go for it, just commit.
Yeah, That's probably a good lesson right there with any of this stuff.
Yep, most definitely. It's one of those things. It's you got to go into it with 100% commitment or don't do it at all because the margin of error is really small, and when it goes bad, it's going to go really bad.
Yeah.
So, um,
Have you
yeah,
seen some
I'd be
bad
just
first
stoked to
hits?
see the future for what it holds. It's going to be pretty gnarly. I think, again, like you said, sky's the limit for this Fight TV thing. I think sky's the limit on literally like verbatim. Sky is the limit on a quarter pipe. I mean, you take these angles that we're using, and you basically put the ramp on steroids. Like the X Games ramp's 18 feet, the Nitro one's 32 feet. We're hitting the 32-foot one in second gear, and Corey Creed went 48 feet above 32 feet, and that's in second gear. If you could imagine adding more belly to the ramp, adding more height to the ramp, and being able to hit that thing in third gear, you're talking triple digits. So it's sky's the limit, but it's just going to take some balls, really.
Yeah.
So we'll see kind of where it goes, but there's some guys that are motivated to get out there and make it happen. So
Holy shit.
we'll see what the future holds.
So you're talking like a 50-foot quarter pipe?
I mean, if you add another 10 feet to the 32-foot one, and you have more 10 more feet of ramp and a longer belly and more power in third gear, I mean, you're thinking, between half and 3/4 throttle in second gear on a 30-foot ramp is going to give you another 15 feet. If you think the difference between second and third with 10 more foot of ramp, it's pretty mind-boggling if you start really breaking it down and doing the math and seeing how it works. I mean, it's pretty mind-blowing. So, I mean, we'll see where the future takes it, but I think for sure you'll see it breaking triple digits here in the next few years. I would imagine it's going to take a process and a build and some balls, but I think it'll get done.
Well, I think Fight Club's probably the place that's going to happen because I don't see X Games building a landing big enough for that.
Yeah, so luckily, I guess in X Games, sky's not the limit because they have a roof. So
Yeah,
the roof's the
literal.
limit.
Plus, think about how
man.
much dirt that would have to be to build that landing. That
Yeah,
thing's going to
yeah, way too much.
be sick.
But again, like I think when it comes to like if you look at the nitro side of it, that's just the scaffolding,
Yeah.
and it's set out in somewhere. So if you basically take those angles of those ramps and the scaffoldings, and you kind of just basically maximize its height and make it taller, like it's just only gonna go up from here. So
Would you rather the X Games, like say they were the same size, say they scaled X Games up, where it's metal, great ramp to dirt landing, would you rather have that or the scaffolding?
So in X Games Norway, we did metal ramp to scaffolding landing, and that one really wasn't too bad. It was actually pretty good, and I think you can kind of get it's more workable with the angles on being able to get it steeper without getting in there with a tractor and taking out too much dirt and getting it too steep, or vice versa. It gets a little tough. You have to have really good dirt to kind of make it stick good. So the scaffolding was really cool. I personally think the Nitro Circus ramp with the scaffolding with the turf over the top, I think that is by far this way scarier, way more intimidating because it's taller. It's another 10, 12 feet taller, and it's scarier, but it works. It just works really, really well. The angles that they have are all perfect. It's adjustable so that they can change the angles on the fly.
Wow.
And personally, I think that one is, it's definitely scarier, but I would rather probably hit that one because it's just the angles work so well.
It sets you like into the landing better. You don't have to worry about like, pulling out.
How it's at the top, it kind of, instead of it being like that, it's squared off at X Games. It kind of has a roll at the top a little bit. So where you land, if you are going to deck it a little bit, it's built to where your suspension soaks it up. It's not going to be like squared off like X Games. So if you deck it, you're going to just hang up and go over the bars. I mean, It's a little safer in a sense, but not safer at all, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, I really like that one, but it's all preference.
Yeah,
They're gnarly, both of them, no matter what.
for sure. But TP is the man, and he understands all this stuff, so I'm
Yeah,
sure he makes sure.
that's funny that you say that, because that whole entire nitro ramp was drawn on a napkin with the angles in a bar
The
over
best ramps
over
always
some
are.
adult beverages. So
The best ramps always are.
yeah, so it's pretty cool, and it's just funny to see that, like Travis, that stuff come out of his brain, and he just had so much experience with it. He knows the angles that he thinks will work, and go figure, it worked perfectly. So
Nobody's built more stupid ramps than Travis.
no, absolutely
He
not.
has way more knowledge than any of us.
Yeah, absolutely does.
So, all
Gotta
right.
pay to play.
Yeah, that's how it is, huh?
Yeah.
All right, dude. Thank you very
So,
much. And we're going to be looking forward to the video and then whatever else your secret project is.
yeah, cool. Yeah, I can't wait for things to start happening and all that stuff. Can't wait for people to see the project. And again, if you guys didn't catch Fight TV, check out our bios, check out the Fight TV app, tune in FMX Fight Club, and watch us do battle. It was one hell of a show, and that's about all I can say. So just tune in and find out, see what went down.
All right. Very good. We are logging off, people. See you
All
later.
right. Cheers, guys.